season. Wow. Right, okay, let's go ahead and pause this. There we go. Nah, no one too long. Alright. I don't know if everything's working, just give it a minute, I suppose. Um, let's see. I think we're live, are we? I'm not too sure. Let's see. Let's see. We all good? I think we're good. And, wait, we just had a notification saying we're live.
Yep.
I just heard that pin in the background, pin. Alright, okay, so hello everyone, welcome back to another round here in the Premier Series, here in Gavra. Unfortunately no Tuesday today because of his internet and all that university stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be the commentator today, so obviously it's Dan, and today I'm joined by...
It is, hello everyone, it is Bonneville 99, ex-Premier Series driver, currently Super League driver and GT Sport driver.
Yeah, so it's nice to see everyone in the chat today, welcome one and all, and yeah, we're here in Bahrain, so it's going to be an interesting one here in Bahrain. Gonna have quite a few, lot of battles I suppose, and a lot of, well, how can we say it? A lot of battling and hopefully a good race. But hello in the chat to Tim. I know he just said hello, so hello to you. Hello to Valorado. It's great to see you. Hello Gav himself. And yeah, it should be interesting. So for those new, we are starting quali. So for those who don't know, it's just quick 18-minute quali. Then it's like, how many laps is this race? 36, isn't it?
Top of my head, it's 20 or late 20s, early 30s for the race.
Yeah. So late 20s.
Holland Campion just came into the pits on a set of intermediates.
Oh. So a set of intermediates, so... Oh, hold on. See, I'm not used to this. Like, you know when you like alter your, the UI and all that, it's like...
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, hold on, let's just have a look here. But yeah, I think we had quite an interesting race last week, didn't we? First race, I obviously wasn't commentating first race, but it was quite an interesting one, wasn't it, Bonnie? Now, obviously you were there, so you want to...
It was very interesting, especially the last couple, well, the last like eight or so laps towards the end of the race. Because you had the likes of Cash Dengle, who won last week's race, looking to keep his momentum going. You had Thunder 50/50, who today's been replaced by Unique J. And you had X90 G up the front as well, but X90 G didn't put enough fuel in the car, so he couldn't push as much because he had to keep lifting and coasting at least 100 metres before the corner. So yeah. I'm sure that he'll hopefully not make that same mistake again, as Cryptek puts in a 28.0 on the soft
good luck from Cryptek there. So Hepler coming in with a 28.4 and Heblerino coming in with a 28.7. So the only replacement we've got today here on track is Unique J. Unique J is replacing Thunder for this race, and this Fusion just comes in with a 27 flat, a really good time from him there. And right, let me see if I can put this track map on, just so I have an idea. There we go. See, I'll get used to it. But who's coming around the final corner here? I think it's Tiago. I wonder what he can do here. Let's have
some information about Geek Fusion's fastest lap. He did that on the lowest fuel possible that he could put into that Aston Martin, so no wonder he is the second ahead of Cryptek.
Yeah,
so I'm surprised that Cryptek didn't go onto the medium tyres, funny enough. I saw him do it last week in China. Maybe he's just not feeling confident on his one lap pace on that specific tyre.
Yeah, let's see who's coming around. Oh, one of the McLaren's coming around the final corner. Will he be able to improve his lap time? Oh, never mind, one's going into the pit. Both going into the pit. So it looks like most of these drivers are here on low fuel. trying to do the laps to get the fastest time possible. Because that's a really good time there from Glitch Fusion, not gonna lie.
It is a very, very quick lap. I mean, 6 tenths faster than Jutsukev, as we all know in Gavra, he's very, very quick.
Yeah.
So, to be 6 tenths faster than Jutsukev is quite exponential, really. Is Kanan coming up to the line now? What's he gonna set?
Oh, it goes third. Let's see what
of Cryptek.
Let's see what Wolfie can do. Is Ted sorry did a 148, and quite a few people did a pit. Holland's on the out lap. Jutsukev is coming round. Will he be able to improve his lap time? He does the DRS down the middle. He's down into the pit again. See, I can't tell because of the camera angles. Like, I think the camera angles are a bit alright on this. But let's ride on board with Holland as he's going on for a lap now on the mediums, coming up into turn 3. But gets it down the car into third. Nice turning in with the car, going down towards the S's now, towards the second sector. Let's see if we can set a decent time here, because he hasn't done well. Just a little bit loose on the rear there, as he goes towards the sharp right-hander. And so far, coming towards the second sector, let's see, goes out into second towards that sharp left-hander, uses the DRS as best as he can. However, he is low on fuel, so we don't know if he's going to go into the pits. Press the car on the right-hand side, try not to get track limits, going into the third sector, into that corner there. Got to be really careful on this right-hander, because if you touch that right-hander, you're going to go really wide. Oh, manages to loosen the car. Oh, that's quite unfortunate for him. So it looks like he's going to come into the pits, get fresh set of fuel, and get back out there. Really unfortunate for Holland there.
I think he'll complete the lap, because he knows that now he's got a couple of attempts to gain in that specific corner.
Yeah.
Here comes Holland champion.
Nah, he's down into the pit.
Goes into the pit. So you were actually right on that one, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, he did that a little bit loose on the rear there, didn't he? Towards that third sector.
He didn't even touch the inside curb, so I wonder if he's running slightly lower wing angle to get a better top speed.
Yep,
he finds himself in traffic.
Yep, we got Unique J coming around the final corner. Don't think he's done a really good lap though. Quite unfortunate from him. Let's see who else is coming across out. So people are going to the pits. It's clear. Is that Wolfie coming down? Oh, Wolfie's on the out lap. Let's ride on board with Wolfie here. Now, Wolfie was Wolfie racing last race?
Yeah, Wolfie was racing last week. Ted unfortunately couldn't make it, so Unique J took his place for that race and got P2.
Yeah, so let's ride on board with Wolfie here as he goes to set into the lap time. It goes down to third gear, into turn 1. That's it, onto turn, sorry about that, that's into the turn 2 round, into turn 3, goes down into fourth gear, trying to get the traction round there. As goes down into fifth towards the S's, down into the sharp right-hander. And hello to everyone in the chat, by the way, nice to see you. Mason, hello, nice to see you. Top Decks, hello. And Steph as well, nice to see you guys. Nice as it'll drop into second gear, uses the DRS down the straight. Now we're on the mediums, so we could see a decent lap time here. Swings the car on the right hand side, down into fifth gear, towards the corner, towards that deadly right-hander. Just gotta be careful on that right-hander, just to make sure there's oh, nice as there. They're always invalidated. Quite unfortunate there from Wolfie.
Unlucky for Wolfie. I'm just spectating Cryptek, who's on the lap at the moment. We got a big toe from his teammate Holland coming into turn 4, and he was 3 tenths up on his sector 1 time. So it'll be interesting to see what he does now. Come through the right-hander, be careful not to touch inside curb, does it beautifully. He's 7 tenths up in the middle sector, so this should put him provisional P2 if he can keep this lap going.
Yeah, he really does lap time here as he comes around the final corner. What time's he going to do here?
And he validates on the final corner.
Oh, really unfortunate there. However, if we do look at Natty, he's on the lap now, coming just towards that long straight on the second sector. Manages to drop into second. Gets a good exit on second and DRS all the way down that straight. Let's see if Natty can get a time here. Is a hooks the time right hand side, goes down
As
to fourth mesh.
Jutsikov puts in a 26.8 to go provisional pole.
Oh, really good. Let's see if we think that he can improve on this time. As he manages to go into fourth towards that long straight on the third sector. Really good racing here from Natty. Will he be able to do it? Places the car on the left hand side, tries not to get off the track when it's down to third as he comes towards the line, and the time is a 128, which puts him up into sixth place, but Justin coming in with a 126.8.
Yeah,
really
but
good time.
crucially, out of the medium tyre runners, on one lap pace, Natty faster than Kashdengal.
Oh, Wolfie's coming
So I
around the
think
final
he'll be
corner as
happy
well.
with that.
Yeah, let's see what Wolfie can do now. Just comes around the final corner. There's a 128.8.
22.8.
Holland's on the lap as well. Let's see what Holland can do here. He's heading on the third sector. See, I think the problem is when the track. Well, hold on. The sector that loses most time is the second sector, I think, because that basically sets your lap, doesn't it?
I mean, each corner on the track, there's little to no room for error. I mean, if we look at turn 4 in 2019, Sebastian Vettel just got too much on the power and he spun. But let's just see what Holland does quickly. It's a 27.4, puts himself into P3.
Yeah, great lap time there from Holland. Manages to...
Yeah, I mean, you could say that Sector 2 is probably the most crucial lap time. I mean, coming into turn 10, you want to be as late as you can be on the brakes, but you don't want to be too late to cause under rotation of the tyre and lock up and maybe cause a flat spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously I have to admit, I've not been playing F1 for a long time, but what I have noticed is with this track in particular, I tend to lose a lot of time in that middle sector. I think it's like, let's see, someone's heading towards this corner here where Holland's at. I think that corner there and the corner after, on that left-handed towards the middle straight on sector 2, that can like lose you a lot of time if you don't have decent exits.
Yeah, VS is where I think Heblerino is coming to us. He's actually on a lap. This part is, for me, quite tricky to get to because you don't want to lose too much speed, but you don't want to hit that outside curb there because it's actually quite like jagged and ruggedy. So if you go over that, sometimes you can get lucky, but the floor will scrape across the curb, and sometimes it can spit you straight into the wall.
Yeah, that's right on board with...
gets a good turn 10.
Heblerino,
no rotation from what I saw. So we've got slow driver in sector 3, I believe that's Holland.
Yeah, we're just going to ride on board with Ted here. He's on the lap now as he goes down that main straight on the second sector. Let's see what time he can do. Obviously, he'll probably try and improve here. Manages to be out the car on the right side, down to third and fourth, going towards these S's, towards that deadly right-hander. Oh, he just lost it a little bit there. It's quite unfortunate, but he might still be able to improve.
Just looking at Heblerino, he was 9 tenths up on his time. What's it going to be? It's a 27.7. That puts him 5th.
Oh, really old time
no
there.
slipstream whatsoever. And he got 2 points last race, even though he wasn't even in the race.
Yeah, Ted came across the line. I think this guy's Rekov. He still needs to do a lap, but he is on the lap.
Really.
Let's see what I'm not sure the name, but let's see what the guy in 16th can do. 2 minutes left of quali here at Bahrain. So it's very nicely going down to fourth. That's a really good exit going down the final corner. I wonder what time he's gonna do. Manages to get the car on the left hand side there. Down into fourth towards the final straight, towards where the racing line is. See what time he can do here, and it's a 128.5, so gets him up into 12th place.
Yeah, you'll be seeing everyone else now coming out on track to get their one final lap in.
But so far, everyone's set pretty good lap time, so we're seeing roughly lap times in the 126 to 129s. anywhere in the 27s to 28 is a really good lap time. But if you think about it, quality doesn't really matter. It just gives you a boost on where you start in the grid. But obviously, the race start is where, like, it's crucial. But someone's just about to cross the final corner. The Hebler manages to improve on his time, gets himself up into 5th there.
127.1.
Jesus,
Puts
not a
him
really
into
good time.
P3.
Really good time there. Let's see. Who else is on a lap here? Oh, Repkov's on a lap. He manages to improve by a 10th. This could actually be a crucial lap time in order to gain some more points. Will he be able to improve as he comes down into 4th on the final corner? I wonder what lap time he's going to do here. So yeah, heads towards the final race line. What is it going to be? A 128.2 pushes him up into 11th place there.
Yeah, I'm surprised at where Castangle is at the moment. He's on and out. He's on his out lap, but I'm not sure he's not going to have enough time to get round the lap. And 2, he's all the way down in 12th, where his rivals are only a couple of places ahead of them. These guys have really got to get moving, because with only just under 30 seconds left, they're not going to have enough time to complete their lap.
Yeah, some people might not be able to complete the lap. Some people might have a chance at 1 lap, but yeah, some people might not have enough to try.
Yeah, Castengle's not going to complete his lap. Natty's not going to complete his lap.
Oh.
As Cryptek goes into 2nd, we're on a 26.9.
Oh, what another lap time done by Cryptek, by the Red Bull, trying to push some positions up for him.
Just spectating GMB Surreal in the Alpha Tauri.
Yep.
Going along the second DRS zone. He's gone a bit deep though. That might cost him about half a second. He's still going to complete the lap. He still thinks there's time to be gained. He's a 10th down on his PBs. He's gone a bit wide again. That Alpha Tauri really not getting the bite through the corners. As JMB Surreal comes into the final corner now, it's 4th gear, gets a good exit, upshifts early into 5th, doesn't want the wheel spin, and he decides to back out of his lap.
So, yeah, quality's about over. So we don't really do qualities. Good performance there from Judgy Kevin, Cryptek, Anti-Fusion, the top 3, really good times there from those drivers. But anything could happen in the race.
Holland champion Cromwell across the line, it's a 27-2, that puts him into 5th ahead of Kanan. And Jutsukev spun, so I don't know if he was improving or not.
Yeah, really good time there.
It doesn't really matter, he is on provisional pole at the moment, unless
Natty's on a lap here. Natty's on a lap here, he's improving.
And Cash Dangle.
Okay, let's just... so the one behind each other. Okay, let's see what Natty can do. As he comes towards the 3rd sector, tries not to get onto that deadly right-hander. Manages to get a good exit down into 4th.
He's 8 attempts up in the sector 2 time and he's invalidated.
Oh, unfortunate there for Natty.
He does not want to give Cash Dangle a slipstream. He pulled well to the right.
See what Cash Dangle can do.
Come through the final corner now.
Down to 3rd. Well, that's it in 4th.
And he backs out of his lap.
Oh, really unfortunate there.
The thing was, he was going to improve on his lap. I'm not sure if he ran out of fuel, but...
He might have run out of fuel. I think Cryptek ran out of fuel as well. Yeah, he's on a very slow lap. So, yeah. Everyone manages to complete quality. Honestly, anything could happen in this race. We could see a lot of position changes into sector 1.
With the safety cars, I mean, they're very common. Can force strategies either way. Yeah. 1 stop is possible, especially for drivers of these calibers. 2 stop, maybe if we get a late safety car.
Yeah, so 15 seconds. Alright, here we go. The two previous... Oh yeah, Gav's right. The 2 previous champions Wow, so here's your standings so far. So we got Justy Clem first, Cryptech in second, Deep Fusion third, Unique J in fourth, Holland Champion in fifth, Kanan in sixth, De Hebler in seventh, Blarino in eighth, JMB Surreal in ninth, X93 in tenth, Rekov in 11th, Tashangle in 12th, Spaniel in 13th, Wolfie in 14th, as it hopefully doesn't let me, it doesn't let me go down. Oh dear.
Ted in 15th and Thiago Santos in 16th. There you go.
Alright, well, so
Finished
there
it for
is
you.
your grid for the racing start. To be honest, I'd be heavily surprised if you get a wet race in Bahrain. Like,
Oh, I'd love to have a wet race in Bahrain.
just have to see
And don't
what
get me wrong,
happens
it
there.
looks beautiful in the floodlights, but if you add that element of rain, it will look 10 times better.
Yeah. So, looks like at the moment, looks like clear skies here at Bahrain. And we'll just see what happens. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. So, yeah, getting a lot of praise. But yeah, we've had a few people saying that drivers will be better than the race. So quality might not turn out great for them, but the race, obviously, that might boost their confidence there.
And I've
I,
only just realised why Natty and Cash Dengle backed out of their laps. Even though they were improving on the softs, they wanted to start on the mediums and possibly either stretch that out to go onto the soft tyres or box early and go onto the hard tyres and maybe just try and undercut.
yeah, well, Piero also made a good point here. Do you think we'll see the Aston Martin safety car here in Bahrain?
I would like to see the Aston Martin safety car. I mean,
Yeah,
I personally haven't seen it. All I've seen is the Mercedes one, but it would be
yeah,
nice as they head off now onto the formation lap.
yeah.
Jutsukev, followed by Cryptech, followed by Geek Fusion. But I will say, it is that Aston Martin in that livery, in the night.
What could go wrong there? Yeah. But we'll soon see. I mean, you know, it's just a predicament. We'll just have to see what turn one turns like, I think. Because I think the first sector in particular is going to be like the most important sector. So this is a chance for everyone to gain a few positions there. But
In my opinion, I think turn one's probably the most important.
yeah,
I mean, you don't want to get any front wing damage on lap one, because that will ruin your race exponentially. But then you've got that left hand kink at 2, and then the right kink at 3.
yeah.
Now,
So,
you don't want to repeat of what happened to Roman Grosjean, but then you've also got to think about where you're positioning your car at turn 4.
yeah. So as you just seen on the screen as well, we did have a predicted pit stop strategy. So it's either going to be a 2-stop, so you can either go 2 softs and a hard, or you could potentially do a soft medium. Well, soft medium will probably be the ultimate strategy here. So they're all coming towards the
So
final
yeah,
corner.
6 drivers are starting on the medium tyre. Natty, well, he didn't really have a choice. Revkov on the mediums, Cash Dangle, Spano, Wolfie and Ted opting for the mediums. Surprising that Thiago Santos hasn't joined them on the mediums.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's
he
on the
reckons he's got
softs.
enough pace to get past some of these medium runners at the start
Yeah.
and get himself into a good position.
See, I think there's going to be a huge fight here between the Red Bull drivers and the Ferrari because remember, if you guys have been staying tuned to the Instagram of Gavra Racing, I believe it was Cryptech made like a little trailer for him and Holland, but we just have to wait and see. Let's see if I can get a good angle, and I'm going to hand it over to you now for the start. So here we go.
Here we go, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. We're not going to go up because of Codemasters. And it's lights out and away we go. It seemed like a good start for Jutsukev. Geek Fusion getting past Cryptech. Unique J also getting into the mix as we come down into turn 1. Jutikev still leads. Geek Fusion trying to go around the outside of Cryptek, makes it stick. Jutikev getting a little bit out of shape. That's going to compromise his run coming into turn 4. So we've got yellow flags at the back. I believe that's for Revkov, but Geek Fusion going round the outside of Jutikev. Can he keep it on track? He does indeed. The two Red Bulls going side by side as well, coming into turn 5. But oh, what a start that was. Jutsikev's Geek Fusion still going to try it round the outside coming into turn 9. He thinks better of it. Unique Jane Holland Campion having a little battle.
We'll see who can
Is he going to try and make a move into turn 10? No, he's not. So it's Jutsikev still leading, Geek Fusion in 2nd, Cryptek 3rd, Holland Campion 4th, Unique Jane 5th, Cayman 6th, Dehebla 7th, Cash Dengle 8th place from his start position.
Going round the outside on Jutsikev, will he be able to get the move done? He's thinking about it, he's still on wheel to wheel.
The Hassan Aston Martin still wheel to wheel.
Oh, Geek Fusion just manages to make the move. What a move there from Geek Fusion in the Aston Martin. No, let's see what happens now. I'm just checking just to see if everyone's doing alright. I think Ted and Helberino are having a battle. Ted trying to make it around the outside, and Helberino just spun out sector 3, really unfortunate for him. But Jutsikev and Geek Fusion, Jutsikev going on the inside of Geek Fusion into turn 1, manages to get the move, will he be able to stick it? And what a move there from Jutsikev, great start here.
Yeah, everyone being nice and clean through lap 1. Revkov had a little bit of a spin, and then I didn't see what happened to Heblerino unfortunately, but he's got to have a wing change. As the gap out in front is 0.2 of a second. The top 4 separated by just only a second.
Yeah, it's really close. The Red Bulls are just trying to work together, see if they can get into the top 2 there. Meanwhile, Jutsikev trying to hold that position. Geek Fusion going a little bit late on the brakes, trying to get enough time. Will he be able to get enough time down this main straight into turn 11? Is it turn 11? It is turn 11.
Yeah, this is turn 11.
Yeah.
Well, most importantly though, Dan, Geek Fusion is using his ERS to try and catch up to Jutsikev, whereas Jutsikev's just thinking, okay, I can control the race from here. I don't need to push as much, as Jutsikev goes a little bit wide actually. This could allow Geek Fusion a little opportunity.
See what happens here.
As we got yellow flags at the back, I think that was for Spannel.
Yeah. Yeah, so far everyone keeping it nice and clean. So far the Red Bulls. Jutsikev and Geek Fusion are having a little bit of a scrap here.
It's going to be a double left take. Oh, Holland squeezing Unique J to the wall. DRS has been enabled. And Unique J sending it on Cryptek. Oh, he spun round.
Really unfortunate there from the Ferrari. Manages
I think Unique J's going to have to take the blame on that one.
Yeah, Unique J just sent it. Sent it and then just...
Bonnie approved send right there.
Yeah, Bonnie approved send. But meanwhile, let's have a look. The McLaren and the Alpha are having a little bit of a scrap here. Let's see what these guys are doing.
The goes wide. Don't know whether he's got front wing damage. Doesn't look like it. But the game, even though the front wing can still be intact, the game will detect, you know, if there is front wing damage, and it will lose positions as Natty's also got past. But the Heffler, resistance is futile, as they say. He's going to get back at Natty.
Will he be able to do it down the inside? And Tibbs manages to hold it.
Back now.
Yeah, it could be a potential switch back here. When we go down into the main straight, sector 3. Meanwhile, everyone's keeping it fair clean. Kanan going a little bit wide. The Hebler trying to hold it from Natty. Natty's going to think about looking for a move here soon. Keep a close eye on them too.
I think he'll think about the move into turn 1. The Hebler was outside of DRS. He doesn't get a good line out of the final corner. That's just going to compromise him. Here comes ex-Natty G.
So right on board with the Ferrari, going for the move on the right hand side. Will he be able to hold it into turn 1?
Wolfie. He's going to try and go down the inside of the Hebler too.
Oh, manages to make the move. Will he be able to...
a little bit of contact.
Oh, really unfortunate. Wolfie will be able to get in the pace back though.
As the battle for the lead's now intensifying,
battle for the lead.
Geek Fusion. Geek
Oh,
Fusion has
really?
no ERS whatsoever. He's only got 9%. Jutsukev still has over half of his battery.
Yeah,
But it was getting really intense down the turn forwards. We got a spinner at the back. It's Tiago Santos in the Williams.
It's quite unfortunate.
No front wing
there.
damage, thank goodness.
Unfortunate there. And but Natty manages to stay in a position. Now he's done a hunt down Castango. But so far, what a race here. It's really been intense on these first few laps.
I mean, yeah, we've only had 4 laps. Jutsukev goes a little bit wide. That dirty air really affecting him. He misses the apex as well. That's just going to allow Cryptek to come up a little bit closer. But 4 laps in, and it feels like we're in an F2 sprint race.
Yeah, but if you think about it, though, Geek Fusion has less ERS than Castango. I was going to say Castango, Jutsukev. Sorry about that.
There we go. Geek Fusion's got nothing to defend with. And that's about as easy as like. Geek Fusion's going to try and go around the outside though.
Oh, we'll hold it, we'll hold it.
Jutsukev
just now from the move. Meanwhile, Wolfie manages to send one down the inside of the Hebler, getting in that position there.
As Geek Fusion's not giving up, he's going to go around the outside of Jutsukev.
Oh, they're on wheel to wheel now.
Be careful! Oh, Jutsukev, be careful! God, this is so intense. My voice is getting hoarse already. As Geek Fusion goes a bit deeper into turn 9. And then side by side into turn 10, and Jutsukev thinks better of it. Jutsukev going to play the long game, but this has just allowed Cryptek and Holland and Kanan to close right up to the back of them.
Yeah. You know, Jutsukev casually gaining on Geek Fusion. Geek Fusion's not got a lot of ERS to defend, and that Aston Martin.
Unique J just getting past the Hebler. Puts himself up behind Wolfie now. So there's kind of like 2 little trains going on. You've got the top 5 in a battle, and then you've got, let's say, from 7th down to 11th in their own little train as well. So the pack is just starting to get evened out a little bit.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, that would make sense. So it's starting to split up a little bit here. As well, on lap 6 already.
On Geek Fusion.
But meanwhile, Cryptek and Holland keep an eye out on these two, because these are very close now to the top 2. Let's keep an eye out on them Red Bull drivers, see if they are going to look for the move.
Jutsukev goes around the outside of Geek Fusion as we got JMB Surreal and Unique J pitting for a set of mediums.
Oh, Geek Fusion lost it a little bit.
It on the exit.
That allows Jutsukev to go, but they look for the move. But meanwhile, Cryptek's also trying to get involved, as we got a beautiful camera shot here going into turn 9. Geek Fusion holding it round the outside, manages to get done. But Cryptek has got plenty of ERS here. He's going to get involved in this battle pretty soon, as well as Holland. And Jutsukev just losing it a little bit. Will he look for the move? Geek Fusion using all the ERS if possible.
At this point, you would suspect it is advantage Cryptek. He's still got a full battery of ERS. He's right on the leaders. And so just to get you informed, Unique J and JMB Surreal came in for a set of mediums. They are 30 and 32 seconds off the lead respectively.
Oh, Jutsukev lost it!
Oh no! Is there any damage?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
No damage. But that does allow the Red Bull drivers to gain a position there, so we could see both Red Bull drivers on pole.
As Kanan gets past Holland, because Holland's came into the pits.
Oh, he's
see what tyres the Red Bull driver goes for. It's a set of mediums. So they are committing to a 2-stop, I believe. Maybe mediums now, or medium softs, as they have a spare set available from qualifying.
Yeah, so we just look at the tyres. Everyone's on the everyone's in 6 laps on their tyres. Someone's gone for a fresh set of softs. Someone's gone for a fresh set of mediums. But so far, so good. A really intense race here at Bahrain. And thank you again to everyone who's tuned in. Really appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, Jutsukev decided to come into the pit, put on a set of mediums. He's now down in 14th place, so that's really affected his race. What he would need now is a safety car. Geek Fusion and Cryptek just dropping Kane in a little bit. That is, the gap's just outside of the DRS range. And Cash Dengle, Natty, and you could say Wolfie just slowly creeping up behind them.
Yeah, just casually getting. Meanwhile, ahead of the win, got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But if Judgikev has the pace, we could see that Judgikev could try and manage to get back up into pole, because the majority of these drivers will go into the pits soon.
Speaking
So
of
it's
which,
going to be
Geek
really
Fusion
close.
comes into the pits,
Allowing
Cryptek staying out an
Cryptek
extra
to lead.
lap. Geek Fusion picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, really unfortunate.
And he's
So
gone
that's
for a
Cash
set of
Dengle and
medium
Natty
tyres
to
as
go up.
well.
Yeah,
Where does
yeah,
Geek Fusion come out in relation to, well, he's going to be ahead of Jutsikav, but is he going to come out in clear air? Because I believe this would be an undercut.
could be an undercut, a potential undercut here. But that does mean that a few of these drivers are going up into 6th, 7th place, but with the fresh set, could lead to them. Oh, I think we're looking at a battle of the back here, not too sure.
Crucially, Geek Fusions came out 1 in clear air, 2 only 23 seconds behind Cryptek. So let's see if Geek Fusion can make the most of that fresh rubber whilst he's got it. And it'll be interesting to see when Cryptek comes into the pits. I'd assume they would want to cover off the Aston Martin.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens here. But so far, really good race. We've had a couple of incidents, but nothing fatal or collision-wise. But other than that, what a race we're having here. It was quite intense in the first few laps. I'm actually feeling like I'm sweating at the minute. But we move, you know what I'm saying?
Cryptek comes into the pits.
Just
he has 2 warnings. So if he gets another one, that's a 3-second time penalty to his name.
Ooh. But that means so we did say that the pit strategy was like 7 or 8 laps on the softs. So this might be a medium stint for these guys now.
Geek Fusion right on the back of Ted. So he's gained that gap up. He's got past Ted. Holland Campion sets the fastest lap of the race, but where's he going to come out in relation to Cryptek? Cryptek, he's miles behind. And he lets his teammate go through as well.
Yeah, oh, we got quite a few people at the back here. Sorry, I'm just taking screenshots. Could be useful for the Insta. But still, yeah, so the majority of the drivers have got a fresh set of compound tyres, so most of these drivers now, I assume, would be on the mediums.
As Holland goes down the inside of Ted at turn 9, Ted not really fighting. They're on different strategies with tyre life as well. I think Ted's just going to want to try and go long. I think his race at this point in time is with Spannel.
Yep, so
let's see a little bit up the road.
Yes, I think a lot of patience is going to be involved now for these last 20 laps. Yeah, a lot of patience are going to be involved in this. Geek Fusion trying to look and move on Spaniel. Spaniel holding it as they're going into turn. Oh, Geek Fusion sending one's down the inside. Nice move there from Geek Fusion, and now he's pushing, using all the ERS he can to get back up into the podium positions.
Okay, Dan, quick thought. Okay. Natty and Cash Dengle and Wolfie. Yep. They've not pitted yet. 9 laps on the mediums. Do you reckon they're going to try and one-stop this and go onto a set of hard tyres?
Now that's actually quite a decent question.
Because the likes of Holland, Cryptek, Jutsikav, anyone that's pitted for mediums, they're going to have to pit again. I don't think the mediums will go to the end of the race.
Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. If they can hold it out, and if they've done the right testing, if they can hold them compound tyres out for as long as they can, they could go on the hards. However, they are on the mediums at the moment, so they're trying to, I'd say they're trying to warn the mediums out as best they can. Maybe it could be a medium or soft for these drivers. We'll have to wait and see.
But we've seen the softs can only go, let's say, 7 or 8 laps, so they'd have to stretch 22 laps
I'm sorry to
That's
interrupt there,
quite
but
the
Holland just
big
did
ask.
yeah, Holland's just done a great move around the outside into turn 10. What a move there from Holland. Meanwhile, will Spaniel be able to retaliate though? Will he be able to get back?
No, Kryptek has got past Spanel as well, so the Red Bulls are really just cutting a scythe through the field.
Yeah, but as we were saying,
As we've got yellow flags and it's Spanel. Spanel's dropped
Spanel's
it.
really unfortunate there from Spanel. But as we were saying, this could potentially be a medium to soft if they manage to keep the tyres out, like, and not obviously you burn that as much rubber as quickly as possible. But
Kashtenko's got a 3-second advantage over Natty. So if let's say Kashtenko was to pit now, he would come out in 8th or 9th place.
That is true.
With
so I
drivers
think
ahead of him that have to make another stop.
I think it's all about, for these two, it's about seeing how far they can go, how much time they can gain away from the others before pitting and then coming straight back out. As long as none of these drivers get a penalty, I say that as soon as you hit Jake at a penalty, in the top 5, and as long as they can keep their distance away from Bleed Fusion, because remember, Bleed Fusion's got that 5-second time penalty for speeding. If Bleed Fusion can manage to get rid of that time penalty, and if he can manage to gain a few laps on these mediums and gain a huge advantage from the other drivers, he could still win. But as long as these top 3 don't get any penalties, and as long as they have the consistency in the race, could be a chance of gaining a good position for the drivers. But Gav did say something about hard tyres. I don't know if it would be a medium or hard. I doubt it. It could actually be a medium. That's actually a thought. Do you think? I don't know if one of these drivers will go for a hard compound rather than a soft compound. So if we're thinking about that one stop, the hard compound tyres would be useful. But meanwhile, Kryptek getting past Holland, probably team orders there. Them two now working together, so Kryptek's going to use all of his pace. Holland picking up the 3-second time penalty. Really unfortunate there from the Red Bull. But Kryptek and Holland now, these two are going to work together, see if they can get in the positions upon Bleed Fusion. Bleed Fusion might have lost it because he's casually losing time.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is at Red Bull. Holland's got more ERS from Kryptek by 23% roughly. So I don't know what the switch was all about. Maybe Holland just not feeling comfortable on these mediums as he was on the softs. So
Yeah, but
it'll be interesting for sure with these top 3 drivers, whether they go to the hards or not.
Yeah, but the both Red Bull drivers playing loads of time on Bleed Fusion. Just keep it close now. Wait, is it really been a lot of time on Bleed Fusion? No, not quite. I do take that back. My apologies. But Wolfie now trying to hold it from Bleed Fusion. Bleed Fusion using all the ERS as he can as he comes down the main straight towards the final corner. Wolfie holding it on the inside. Will Bleed Fusion be able to go around the outside or maybe do a switch back here? Not quite. Wolfie managing to hold it.
Natty comes into the pits and it's a set of hard tyres.
And Wolfie's gone into the pit, so yes, it's a medium, a hard start for Natty. So this could be a one-stop for Natty if he manages to do the strategy right.
It was a slow stop at Ferrari. It was a very slow stop. I'm not sure if it was front wing damage or what happened, but it was a very slow stop. Wolfie also onto the hard tyres.
So now, yeah, some people might be going for medium. Yeah, some people are going for medium or hard. This could be an interesting strategy here from some of these drivers. 16 laps to go. So if they're going for a one stop, that means they need to hold the hard tyres for 16 laps, get them tyres heated up ready for battling. But Castango taking that lead.
I think can go 16 laps. That's very much possible.
I'm also thinking the mediums could go 16 laps. No, some of the. Hold on, let's have a look at the tyres. Let's see what the
Castango's currently done 12 laps on his mediums.
So Castango will be going into the pit soon. Bleed Fusion's done 4 laps, however he's gained himself an 8-second time penalty. Kryptek and Holland. Holland's been out a little bit longer on the mediums compared to Kryptek. Natty's on a fresh set of hards. most of the drivers will be pitting.
Cryptex picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. Cash Dangle comes into the pits. You'd assume that's for the hard tyres.
Yeah.
And it is indeed.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a medium to hard strat. The most of these drivers are going for a medium to hard strat. That's what I'm thinking.
For the likes of Cryptech, Holland, Kanan, Unique J, the people that have pitted for the mediums is all Unique J going down the inside of Kanan. As Cash Dingle keeps his 2.5 second advantage over Natty, but Kanan's not giving up on this with Unique J. They come down towards turn 4. Still wheel to wheel. They come now towards turn 5. One of them is going to have to back out, and Kanan does the sensible thing.
Kanan's going to back out, but he might retaliate. Keep a close eye out, he might retaliate as well on board with the Ferrari. Will he be able to do it? Not quite. And but yeah, we've got.
Picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Now, if let's have a little like theory here. So, if Deep Fusion's gonna have to pit it out with a 5-second time penalty because you can't get rid of 3 seconds. I learned this a day ago. I've been playing the game for long enough. But if Deep Fusion doesn't gain any more time penalties, and if Cryptech and Holland can still gain enough time to catch up, even though Deep Fusion's got an 8-second time penalty, could we see both Red Bulls on the podium here?
We could. I mean, for Geek Fusion, thankfully, I mean, if he doesn't stop again, which we assume he has to, then that 5 seconds will be served after the race. But if he comes into the pit, that 5 seconds will then be served at his pit box.
Kanan's going to look for a move now on Unique J into turn 1, manages to get the move done. Kanan's going a little bit wide. Will Unique J be able to retaliate? Unique J going on the inside of turn 3, manages to hold it and gets the move done. But Unique J is, well, Kanan's like, nah, I'm going to keep on this. Will he be able to look for a move? No, not quite. But Unique J holding that position, so good job.
I think with these guys, if they have an extra fresh set from the softs from qualifying, let's say they take these mediums to about lap 22, lap 23, they could go into a set of softs.
Yeah.
And they'll be so much faster than most other drivers. As Heblerino has DNF'd in the pit lane, I believe.
Yeah. Really unfortunate that from Heblerino. But he had an alright quality, didn't he?
Heblerino, I think, was in the top 10. I think he just had a crash as well, so...
Yeah, it was really unfortunate.
Revkov is now, sorry, and he lost a bit of his front wing. So, not a good day for Heblerino. Meanwhile, his brother, the Hebler, is in 10th on a one-stop strategy, so...
Yeah, see if the Hebler can bring some points home from the McLaren drivers.
Hashtag Wolfie for points. Maybe a top 5 at this rate.
We could see a top 5.
Because he's got no penalties. Geek Fusion's got 8. Let's say 3 if it serves in the pit lane. Cryptek's got 3.
Right, so let's do some simple math. So if Geek Fusion doesn't get rid of the time penalties, he's gonna go down to 7th maybe. Cryptek and Holland, these two, and Unique J, they're gonna drop down 3 maybe a position or 2. So they would be roughly in 9th to 10th. Wolfie would then gain up into 5th, right? Now, Unique J, no, wait, hold on. If Kanan doesn't get a time penalty, Natty doesn't get a time penalty, or Castango doesn't get a time penalty, that will push Wolfie up into 4th, or potentially 5th. So we could see that happen.
Definitely.
Yeah, we could see that happen. But Judge kept gaining loads of pace on these guys. He was in like 15th last time, now he's up into 8th.
Yeah,
so we could see...
He's really just been grinding down, make sure he's actually hitting his marks. His last lap time was a 32.2. As Jutsukev actually hits the wall.
Ooh, quite unfortunate there from Jutsukev. Kanan getting the 3-second time penalty, so this rate is going to be pushing Wolfie into 4th or potentially 3rd if he can get past the Hebler.
Yeah, Jutsukev's got some front wing damage even though you can't physically see it. so much understeer coming through the second to last corner. So
Yeah.
that's rather ruined his race.
But that would be good. This is good for the drivers that haven't got a penalty. Because if you think about it, right? If say some people or more people have time penalties, that could push Ted, Wolfie's teammate, up into 7th, which would be good points for him. For the AlphaTauris. Is it AlphaTauris?
Alpines, there.
Alpines, that's the one. Why did I say AlphaTauris?
It clearly says Alpine on the Halo bit, Dan.
I'm sorry. Right, I was looking at Jutty Ted when we said that. There's not like there's people watching.
Hard tires.
Yeah, it's not like there's people watching, so keep that secret. Anyhow, but yeah, could we do some points here for the guys? Not really sure what else. Well, I'm having voice cracks here. This is weird. Wow, my throat's been hurting quite a bit.
There was a switch at Red Bull yet again. Holland, well, Cryptek allowing his teammate to go through.
So now, I see where the strategy's done. Now, if we look at the ERSs, Cryptek's going to charge his ERS, and Holland's going to use that ERS. So it's like a rotation, and then oh, I see. Cryptek's going into the pit. So was he on the
18
he was on the
out of
mediums?
29. He started on the softs, went on to a set of mediums, and it's another set of mediums for Cryptek.
Yeah, he's done for 2 mediums for the last thing, so that means he's done for the pits for the day. So now Wolfie's coming around. He's getting loads of time on De Hebler. De Hebler getting in a position. Wolfie also getting in a position. So he's up into 9th.
Cryptek's just coming out of the pits now.
Will he be quick enough? Just manages to get past Wolfie. Now Wolfie's going to try to stick behind Cryptek, see if he can then...
Wolfie's got the DRS, so you can bet that he's going to try and make a move into turn 4. Cryptek weaving like crazy. He's doing a Fernando Alonso.
See what happens here as they go into turn 4.
He's not close enough on this occasion. Now, if anyone else was on the medium tyres, which the top 4 were, that has to be a reaction.
That is true. But right now, so it looks like Wolfie could still potentially be on that podium. Now I wanna quickly go ahead and look at tyre wear. Let's quickly see what the tyre compound. So De Hebler's on 7 laps, Wolfie's on 4. So De Hebler's got a lot more tyre wear used. So he's gonna be starting to lose time soon. Wolfie's obviously got less.
Can I stop you on your tyre wear just a second?
Yeah, it's okay.
Because I want to make a startling discovery. The gap between Cash Dengle and Kanan was 2.5 seconds some like 10 laps ago. He's now overtaken Kanan as Kanan's come to the pit, and he's now 1.1 seconds behind Unique J, and he has 80% ERS. And he's dropped Natty by pretty much a second.
That is a really good... Wow, I wasn't even paying attention.
The championship leader and last season's champion throwing the gauntlet down for the other drivers as Kanan goes on to a fresh set of mediums. As Wolfie gets past Kanan as well, so that really helps him and his charge through the field.
Yeah, but Deep Fusion Holland are going to come into the pits soon because they're on a 1 set. Deep Fusion just losing it a little bit. So this could be a really...
9 seconds behind the leader. There's, in my mind, there's physically no way that the 2 stops can catch up to Cash Dengle and Natty.
This can...
Unless there's a safety car.
Yeah, the only thing that they'll need is a safety car. But at this rate, at the rate the race is going, if there's no major incident, then there won't be a safety car. But... have to wait and see. Cryptek just managing to let them move on De Hebler there. De Hebler trying to fight back. Cryptek on lots of less of ERS than De Hebler. See if De Hebler can try and catch up.
Unique J comes into the pit, but Cash Dengle says thank you for the free DRS. I didn't need it, but I will take it anyway.
Yeah, but Cash Dengle's in loads of time.
Softs, oh, he's going on to a set of soft tyres. Unique J for a set of softs.
So he's going to have to push them 9 laps. See, if
it's possible.
It is possible.
Puts in a 30.1.
The time there from Cryptek. 30.1 there.
Yeah, but Unique J's, he's just going to come out ahead of Kanan, so that's helped him a little bit, 'cause the last thing you want to be is behind two drivers on different compounds or on the faster one.
Yeah, it is true.
So just keep an eye on Unique J to where, when Holland and Geek Fusion come into the pits, where he comes out.
Okay. But yeah, it's really going to be a tough one. Now, bear in mind, Geek Fusion and Holland have to come into the pit soon. They're on like 13 laps of mediums, 14 laps of medium tyres.
And Geek Fusion has that penalty.
And Geek Fusion has the penalty. Spanel picks up with another 2-second penalty. But if we think about it, that means Geek Fusion will be dropping his penalty from 8 seconds to 3 seconds.
Well, we're going to find out now. He comes into the pits, and I'll tell you, if he serves his 5-second time penalty, Holland also comes into the pits.
For the first set.
So that gives Cash Dengel the lead. Yep, he's getting that 5-second time penalty served, Dan.
Yep,
It's
so we are right. Let's see where he can come out.
As well.
It's going to be an interesting one as he comes out now. Wouldn't be able to get past Cryptech. Cryptech coming across the line.
Cryptech coming down the main
It's going to be a close one.
Banging in a fastest lap as well.
Yeah, will Geek Fusion be able to do it? It's going to be really close.
Unique J though, he's got
Geek Fusion coming out of fourth.
Ooh, gets a bit close between Unique J and Holland. Unique J really needs to get past the Habler now. That is his goal. If he wants Holland to stay behind him, he needs to get past him. As we've got someone off in Sector 2. It's Thiago Santos.
Yeah, he's been...
He's got to be careful because there are drivers, Cryptech, Geek Fusion, the Hebler, Unique J, all coming up behind him. It's definitely going to be careful.
Try to get out the way.
Unique J is going to use some of that ERS. And they're going to go side by side into turn 10. Unique J thinks better of it. I can get him into the next corner. The Hebler has a little bit of an oversteering moment. Thiago Santos getting well out of the way. Good awareness from him.
Appreciate that.
Unique J round the outside.
Oh, it does do right! There's another contact! Holland manages...
They're still going to go side by side. And there's still contact.
There's still contact.
Does anyone to go round the outside? No, he thinks better of it.
Okay, I've never seen that in my life.
They
made contact, no damage. That was really intense. I didn't manage to get the best of angles, but that was really intense.
Yeah, I don't know if the stewards are going to want to have a look at that. It did look like Holland, but Unique J saying, I'm not really quite happy with what you did, Holland, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to take this position back from you.
Yeah, but Holland's going to be like, nah, I'm going to defend this. As it goes into turn 3, Holland manages to get the better laps here. Holland goes really wide. Genius J taking up a 3-second.
Holland. And the Hebler's thinking, oh, I got lucky. As Thiago Santos retires, also in the pit lane.
Yeah.
But the game, I think, he retired from the pits a bit too late, so he's actually still on track, but his AI has taken over. It was getting really spicy at the front.
It's getting really spicy. But yeah, this way...
Holland champion, Unique J and Kanan for 5th place.
Yeah, I mean, Fusion, he manages to get up into 3rd, gradually gaining time on Natty. This is going to be really close.
To be honest, this has actually helped Geek Fusion.
Holland going on the inside. They have the hold a little bit wide, but Holland be able to hold it.
Unique J also getting past Holland. Kanan thinking about moving on to Hebler, sends it into the second to last.
Holland's on really wide there, really unfortunate there.
I wonder if he's got front wing damage. I wonder if he has front wing damage though, Dan.
I'm thinking he does.
Let's have a look into the final corner.
It looks like he's
Geek Fusion at 28.8. He's on fire at the moment.
2 seconds, so that's going to be really good. Geek Fusion gaining loads and loads of time. Will he be able to gain enough time though to catch up to Natty?
7.9 seconds in 7 laps. If he can manage to pull out a second a lap, hang on, I'll just get their last laps up. Natty G did a 31.9. Geek Fusion obviously did the 28.8, so he's 3 seconds a lap faster at this point in time.
This could be a really interesting one.
Because we've got, I think
We've
that's
had.
Ted. Yeah, Ted had a little bit of a spin. I think he just touched
Ooh.
that inside curve.
Now, here's something. Everyone, so Deep Fusion, Cryptech, Unity, Holland, and Kanan all have time penalties.
Unit J has 6 seconds worth of penalties.
Okay, so this theory that we had before could still be implemented, and De Hebler, the guy in the McLaren, could be able to have the chance at gaining a podium here if he doesn't get any time penalties.
I mean, if I was Wolfie, I'd say, look, I know my tyres are 9 laps old, but I really need to get the hammer down.
Yeah, he does need to let his head down for this.
I imagine he's in a party. He'd be in a party with Ted, and you know, Wolfie's probably thinking, all right, the guys ahead are battling like crazy. I can do something. As Holland has to have front wing damage. He's 2.5 seconds behind now. Unit J, and Kanan's now saying, you know what? Thank you very much.
Holland's going to hold it on the inside as we go into turn 1. Let's see what Holland can do. Holland's holding it on the inside. Will Kanan be able to respond, getting the better exit? Holland manages to get the better exit.
Yeah, Holland just squeezed Kanan on, well, to the inside. I mean, Kanan didn't really have anywhere to go but over the curb. Such was Holland's tight line.
Yeah, but can I say something about Wolfie, right? If he can gain enough time in GT Sport, so he manages to pull out 3 seconds somehow in GT Sport, then I'm pretty sure he'll be able to do it.
He can close up the gap here.
Yeah, of course. Of course. My rival in GT Sport, let's be trying to get as much time as possible.
Ted picks up another 3-second time penalty, just goes from bad to worse for him.
Yeah, there's me trying to get enough time as possible. There's Wolfie. Oh yeah, I'll just pull out 2 seconds here though. And I'm like, how is that possible?
Well, he is trained by some of the finest drivers.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, that is true. I'll tell him. Anyway,
he picks up another 3-second time penalty.
Deep Fusion's gonna go heavily down here.
But he is how far? He's about 5 seconds ahead of Cryptech, so
yeah, that is true.
Is he gonna stay on the podium? That's the thing.
I don't think so.
Well, the gap between himself and Natty, 4 seconds.
Because Holland manages to get the move, does another move again on Kanan in the same sector. Great moves there by Holland. Kanan might be able to respond here. Not quite. But yeah, Deep Fusion getting loads of time. So
Deep Fusion is still 2 seconds a lap faster than Natty. A 31.1 for Natty, a 29.7 for Geek Fusion.
Now if we think about it as well, Natty's on the hard tyres, Deep Fusion is on the softs, but Natty's got more ERS than Deep Fusion. Deep Fusion's just using it as best he can. So he could potentially get a podium.
He could, there's no denying if he's still got any life in those tyres, he's got roughly about 4 laps left before, you know, they reach their expiry date. The gap's now 2.6 seconds. I don't know when that he's had a bit of a mistake. I'm just going to check the lap times now. Might come across the line. It's a 31.2 for him. Geek Fusion a 29.8.
Now Deep Fusion has no ERS, so he's going to have to try and gain time without the ERS in order to see if he can.
But the thing is, Geek Fusion's on 2 tyres, well, on a tyre that's softer than the hards, but the hards are more durable, but the softs are going to wear out in, let's say, 2 or 3 laps at a push.
Yeah. If I'm completely honest, I don't think we could. Natty still could save this podium.
He could.
Because 2 seconds will drop down to 4 seconds worth of time penalties.
Yeah, but
so Deep Fusion still can go
down. Down the inside. I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
No, that's okay. That was a perfect timing.
7.8 seconds to Geek Fusion, so I think Geek Fusion will get a podium regardless. As Jutsikev's come in for a fresh set of softs, I presume that's for the fastest lap.
Yeah, Jutsikev's probably go for faster lap.
Thinking about it, thinks better of it. So there is still hope for Cryptek. He's got a bit more ERS. Those soft tyres won't last forever. His mediums will. As the gap between Geek Fusion and Natty, 1.1 seconds, is now under a second. Does he get the DRS? He does not on this lap.
He'll get it on the next one,
Lap 27 of 29.
I mean,
this
is phenomenal driving from Geek Fusion, but it would have been even better if he didn't get the penalties. But
well, this is a good insight though for the Super League drivers tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
Included.
So for the Super League drivers out there,
the deviancy in strategy is quite similar. If I'm brutally honest, I mean, the two stops are well at this point 7 seconds behind the one stop.
Yeah.
And if there is a safety car tomorrow,
there could be a safety car.
Also, with full qualifying, you'll see probably drivers in Q2 take a gamble on the mediums.
That is true.
Geek Fusion's right on the back of Natty. Natty gets a terrible exit out of turn 10.
Well,
He's using his ERS. Geek Fusion's using his ERS. Natty's playing it to the middle. He's being fair here. Geek Fusion round the outside like it was a piece of cake. What a move.
Quite decent moves there from Geek Fusion. Now Natty's going to try and stay as quick as he can. He's going to try and get as close to Geek Fusion as he can. Hopefully he can try and keep back that position. We'll have to find out though.
Yeah, but they've
meanwhile, Holland and Tannen, these two might be going for a little bit of a scrap.
I'm still going to look at the battle for second because Chipskip picks up another 3-second time penalty. Natty gaining. Geek Fusion goes to the inside. Natty's going to have a look around the outside.
Will he
he
do
thinks
it?
better of it. Natty's going to go for the switchback bow. There's one thing I know about Natty, he does not give up easy. Bit squirmy for both drivers, coming down to turn 4. The ERS light is flashing for both of them as they come down towards turn 4. He thinks better of it.
Yeah. But,
as Cash Dangle has put a lap on Ted MC, where I think Ted might have left the session, I'm not quite sure.
I don't think he's left the session. But we look like we're battling. Holland's all down the inside of Tannen. We just managed to touch that there. Wolfie's done he's done a lot of a move. See, he's done a lot of a move. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's thinking about it.
Alright, crucially, Geek Fusion has broken the 1 second activation to Natty.
That is key. Now he's gaining loads of time on Cash Dangle.
Yeah, but
it won't be enough.
Another 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, it's really
That's
unlucky.
6 seconds for him.
Really
I don't
crucial.
think it will affect his position. As Kanan and Holland, they're still going at it.
Kanan and Holland. Alright, let's have a look at this.
Really goes into the back. He's using a bit of that curb. As he gets
Kanan's going to try to respond. Holland holding it. Holland's doing really. Holland's defending this position when he's alive. Let's see what he can do.
The way Holland defended that though on the exit, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, so we might have to have a look at the stewards.
Around the outside, Holland's squeezing Kanan near enough to the grass.
It's right on board with the Red Bull.
Inside. No, he thinks better of it. He wants that DRS coming to turn 4. Kanan's compromised his line a little bit.
They're still battling. This is unbelievable. Holland doesn't go around the outside. Kanan on the inside. Holland's still trying to. Oh, Holland goes really wide.
I don't know what to make of it. Is it hard and fair racing, or is it just pushing past the borderline? I have no idea.
I think they're pushing the limit, but like you said, we still have to look.
That's fastest lapped.
Yeah, that's what just the Kev wants. But what a race from Cash Dangle.
At the front. He has gained. Let's see how many positions he's gained.
He's gained a few.
If I can actually find it.
As he comes now across the line, your winner here at Bahrain as he makes his way towards the line is Cash Dangle in first place. Let's see what Geek Fusion can come in. Natty takes the position, so Geek Fusion comes in third. manages to hold
Jane
that position.
fourth,
Jane
Kryptek in
fourth,
fifth,
Kryptek.
Kanan is in sixth, comfortably. De Hebler. Now we're on the back of Holland as they come up to the line. Is he going
See
to
what?
get it? I don't think he is. Holland.
Oh,
De Hebler goes to sixth though.
oh, what
Because
a.
of penalties, De Hebler
Yeah,
goes to
of
sixth,
course,
Kanan
yeah,
second,
of
Holland
course.
8th, JB Surreal 9th, Wolfie then goes to 9th, JB Surreal rounds out for top 10.
So,
Then it is going to be Revkov. If he didn't have that spin on lap 1, where would he have been? Probably in the top 10. Really unfortunate for him. Jutsikev really just got unlucky in this race. Was at the
but
front
he
the
said fastest
majority of
lap.
the race.
He did
does
say
get the
fastest
fastest lap,
lap.
but he doesn't get the point though because he's not in the top 10.
Yeah, that is unlucky.
It's Jutsikev. He's just going to slow to the
And
line.
then
He comes in 12th. Spanel in 13th. And
driver is
Ted
there.
rounding out the rest of the field. But the Premier Series again showing us that you can race side by side. It is hard and fair racing as Castengal undoubtedly gets driver of the day. But the Premier Series just showing its true
Yeah, as he
capabilities.
drives up onto the podiums. I mean, we've had some really good driving here. Really, really intense. I mean, honestly, what a race here at Bahrain. It's been quite a roller coaster for these drivers in particular. And yeah, I think it's been a good race. Overall, like, there may have been some penalties. There may have been like maybe one or two collisions, but a lot of intense battlings come from this race. So here is the grid. Let me just read it out. So Castangle in first, Natty in second, Diffusion in third, Unity in fourth, Cryptek in fifth, De Hebler in sixth, Kanan in seventh, Holland in eighth, Wolfie in ninth, JMB Surreal in tenth, Revkov in 11th, Jutty Kev in 12th, Spaniel in 13th, and 10 and 14th. And then what's the last two positions?
Tiago Santos and Heblerino.
So that's about it here for us in Bahrain. Join us tomorrow in Bahrain once again for the final time as the Super League drivers will be battling out to see who wins the Grand Prix. Join us on Friday for our GE Sport League. We are in Rebel Ring in the wet as well, so stay tuned for that. Let's see what Group A can do, and obviously join us on Saturday for Group B Rebel Ring. But can I remind everyone, if you haven't followed the Instagram, go check it out. All the highlights and everything you need to know will be on there. If you haven't joined the Discord, go ahead and do so. And join the leagues and all that, keep up to date. But yeah, I think that's about it. So from us here at Bahrain, thank you so much for watching. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow in the Super League. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
And on that bombshell, yeah, okay. I mean, I was going to do the top gear ending, but hey ho. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. And goodbye.